How you doing, Coach?
Hey, oh my goodness, is this the man himself, this Bubba?
Yeah.
What's up, baby? This Coach Stokes. Where's your pops at? He near you?
Yeah, I'm right here, man.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we going live right now. This is Coach Stokes from the ring to the concrete, and I'm speaking to a dynamic duo. This is interview number 5. Number 5 for you guys. I'm going to bring you guys the hardest hitting duo combos when it comes to Father and Son all this week. This dynamic duo, number 5 from Providence, Rhode Island. This is Nasaiah Bubba Shelton and his dad, Tuna Shelton, from Providence, Rhode Island. How we doing today, guys?
We good.
Good, okay. Well, hey, just let you guys know, when you talk to Coach Stokes, I'm bringing you, the heavy hitters, all the people that's coming up on a come up. And this duo is out of Providence, Rhode Island. And they are no joke. This young man, Nasaiah Shelton, man, basically when I talk to him, man, it's not just talking to these young men just on a scale when it comes to, what they doing inside the ring. That is definitely great. But outside the ring, man, I think is even important. His character is so big. And just by talking to him, I can tell that he came from a good blood, good stock. He's raised the right way, the correct way, how me and my wife are doing our son. So just to let you know some things about this young man. He's the 2014 Silver Gloves New England champion. And please bear with me because there's a lot on his resume. 2014 Silver Gloves Regional Champion, 2014 Silver Gloves National Silver Medalist, Junior Olympics Champion, that's for 2014, 2014 Silver Men's Champion, National Adidas Tournament Silver Medalist, two-time 2015 Silver Gloves New England Champion, two-time 2015 Silver Gloves Regional Champion, Silver Gloves National Gold Medalist for 2015, New England Junior Olympics Champion 2015, Olympics National Bronze Medalist 2015, Junior Gold Gloves National Champion for 2015, National PAL Police Athletic League Gold Medalist 2015, three-time 2016 Silver Gloves New England Champion, three-time 2016 Silver Gloves Regional Champion. Excuse me, that's the third award, third time. And 2016 Silver Gloves National Bronze Medalist and Ohio State Fair National Champion. Does that sound about correct, guys?
Yep. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of things, I guess. Put it like that.
Man. Well, you know what, Coach? Hey, while I have you on the phone, just briefly tell us, where did it all begin?
Well, for Bob, it began. I have two older sons who are boxing. And I kind of did it to keep them off the streets and, to have confidence in themselves. And, well, when Bubba was born, when he started walking, he started coming to the gym every day. And that's where it started. He started throwing punches at about 18 months and started looking better and better on his own. And then, then started doing the when he started doing the calisthenics, finally, he started doing the push-ups. I'd use him for, like, a little punishment at home, and then he built his way up and actually did 500 straight push-ups when he was 5 years old. And that was on World Star Hip Hop. And, he hasn't looked back since then. He's in great shape. And, we've done a lot. He's had over 60 bouts now. And that's where it began, coming to the gym, watching his brothers.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Coach Tuna. Let's take a few moments and talk about how you got started in coaching.
Okay, well, I actually boxed when I came up and I was younger, and I started with actually my two older sons. They played football, and I decided, to take them over to the gym for boxing, just to do something else. And I coached them, so I tried to coach them in everything that they did. I was a football coach. They played baseball. I coached them in baseball, so I try to coach them in everything they do to make sure that they get the best of everything. There's nothing more that a father wants for their kid.
No doubt.
To be safe and to have the best of everything. No one's going to coach harder or give you more than, I feel like your father or even your mother for that fact, if they're going to coach.
Got you. So if I understand you, you got more involved because you want to be more involved with your sons. But, I definitely disagree. I mean, not disagree, but I definitely agree when it comes to that. and also how your kid's not gonna go harder for nobody else than he will go for yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even when I was a kid, you always want to look up and look at your parents and be like, "Look what I can do, mommy. Look what I can do, daddy." Like, and that's what it is, and it gives them that. Not only that, we spend a lot of time together. You know, me and my kids, my sons, and even my daughters. You know, they cheerleaded when we played football. Like, we're just a close knit family, and it keeps us, you know, close.
Got you. Also, Coach, I know there's a lot of fathers out there because, like I spoke to, the previous dads. And I'm loving seeing it, man. I'm looking on social media, and there are a lot of fathers, man, that's come together that are, in their kids' lives when it comes to the sport of boxing, man. With their sons, and like you even said before, these young women that's coming to the sport that's going about as hard as these young men. So, with that being said, how do you keep Bubba so focused when it comes to his training?
Well, that has to come from within. I mean, in this sport, it's a one-man sport. It tells the truth. You have to want it. You know what I mean? Yourself. You can't force that. And I think that's why he's so kind of good at it, because, he's up and at 'em and ready to go to the gym. He doesn't whimper about it. He doesn't waver about it. He wants to do it. And so it makes it easy to train him, and makes it easy just to get up and drive down to the gym and get into your routine and work hard.
Got you. Let me ask you this: has there ever been a time where he's like, "Dad, I don't feel like going. I don't want to work out. I don't want to train"?
Nah, there hasn't been a time yet. And and there's times when we've stayed home and he's bouncing off the walls. We didn't go to the gym, and he's just got too much energy, and and that's what he loves to do. He loves to be over there. You know what I mean? It's like a family over there, and you can't keep him home. So he has too much energy. He has to go burn it off.
Got you. Has there ever been a time, Tuna, where it was hard for you to stay focused, and you ever felt like was there ever a time where you told yourself, what, maybe I shouldn't be his coach?
No, and the reason being is because I research it. I look it up. I mean, if I don't have an answer for him, then you got to have an answer for him, and the trust factor. He's going to trust me because he's going to look over at me and trust me all the way with his life, because he knows that I'm going to be there 100%. And if we're going over something and we're training, and especially in the sport of boxing, which is a combat and dangerous sport,
mm-hmm.
We're going to research it. We're going to have the right answers, and we're going to know the right thing to do and to work on. So, no. And we do have other trainers like Jason Estrada's father, Dr. Roland Estrada. He was one of the amateur coaches of the year 2 times, when he had Matt Goffrey and Jason Estrada, and when they went to the Olympics and all of that. So, I have people that I trust, and we watch and I learn, and every day we try to learn something new.
Coach, I'm so glad you said that, and I want those coaches, those dads, but those coaches that's been out there. I know you've seen this. I've seen this time and time again for as long as you've been in the game, and I've been in the game, man. But just because you give yourself the title coach doesn't mean anything. I was talking to Mark Robinson, that's Little Future's dad, and I said to him, Bernard, the great Bernard Hopkins, said something, and which meant a lot. He said there are a lot of coaches out there. Anybody can put a mouthpiece in. Anybody can hold a person on the pads and go through all these different types of drills on the pads. But that doesn't mean that they are a teacher. He said there are a lot of teachers that are dying off, man. And I'm glad you said it, because you said if we don't know what it is, you specific, you will go ahead and you will research it. Or hey, if that's not my specialty, I'll go to someone who is the duty expert when it comes to that, man. And I appreciate you for saying that, man, because there's so many cookie cutter trainers out there. When I say that, they do something one type of way, and they feel like, if I take my kid over here to work with this guy, they're gonna steal my kid. It's not even about that, man, because you and I both know, man, the game is much more bigger than that, man, when it comes to boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And unfortunately, with his hard work, I've been all over the country and beyond, and I try to learn something. Whatever anybody's doing, I don't care if they're doing it incorrectly or correctly. I just learn to just look at some of the ways they're doing things, and And I tell my son it's like sifting for gold. And if you watch, they sift that sifting, and when the dirt comes out, they might get one little nugget. So I'll go through all the, you know what I mean? There's a lot of dirt out there, yeah, but you might sift on, you might get a gold nugget out of just watching somebody do something from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Our second home is like DC, and then we've been, you know what I mean, up to New York and Kansas City. We've been to California, and I watch, you know what I mean, what they do. And sometimes you get something out of that. You come home and you work on those things. If you're not trying to learn in this sport every day how to get better, then that's when you're no longer a good trainer. And as far as him being my son, I'm not a good trainer to him. If I'm set in my ways and I think I know everything, then that's no good. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know that much about boxing, and I try to learn more every day.
Hey, the most realest things I ever heard from my OG, a person in the game told me, he said, when you stop being green in the sport, you end up dying, man. It's like a plant. When you stop being green, you stop growing, so there's nothing else for you to do, so you end up dying. So I agree wholeheartedly. Fathers, trainers, specifically, the ones that are out there, and you know who you are out in the gym, where you feel like, can't nobody tell you nothing, listen to this, man. Listen to it, because you never stop learning. I don't care if you from 8 to 80, you always learn in this game. That's correct, Coach Tuna?
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with, like my son, he watches boxing. He studies boxing. He looks at different fighters, whether it's his favorite fighter or whatever, and he watches it. And he actually had his own class. We had a class last summer that he made money and put into his college fund called Books Before Hooks. He can actually teach kids how to throw punches and how to box. That's how much he studied it, you know what I mean, and watches it and understands it. And that's the thing about it. It's an understanding. So, I mean, it's phenomenal, but you have to be paying full attention to what you want to do. If you want to be great at anything, and I don't care if you're playing checkers, you still have to, what I mean, pay attention and get better at it.
That's right. Let me ask you this, Coach. How do you nurture him? How do you nurture Bubba when it comes to your father and son relationship? So do you, like when you guys are not boxing or in the gym, are there different types of things you do or you and him like to do together, as a pair?
Yeah, he plays football, he runs track, he plays basketball, so we're kind of always into something. But outside of that, we're just naturally. He's kind of like my best friend because we're together so much, and I like that. So we kind of like I consider him like a guy on Sundays when we watch the games. The only thing he can't do is have a beer with you. You know what I mean? Because he understands the football game, he understands the positions, the plays and all of that stuff. So, and whatever we watch, if it's basketball, whatever, he understands it so much. It's like being with one of the guys. Yeah. And fortunately, Bubba's never been the kid, even when as a little kid, he never played with toys. He was never a toy type of kid. He was sit around and understand what's going on in a game, and he's always been like that. He's never played, I never bought a Matchbox cars or things like that. He's never played with toys. He'll play the video games, but he plays sports mostly. Okay.
Well, Coach, is he right there next to you?
Yeah, he's right here.
Bubba, let me speak to you. What's up, baby?
How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, man. I'm about to talk to you right now, man. You ready to answer these questions?
Yeah.
Hey, first question it's not gonna be about boxing though, man. I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. Yo, I hear and I see the pictures that you play football and all these other sports. Who's your favorite football team?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh man, okay. I thought you were gonna say the damn Patriots. Woo, man. Hey, we can roll with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I'm from the upstate New York, so I'm a Giants fan all the way, man. So you and me are cool, man. We definitely are cool, man. We definitely are cool.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this, brother. When it comes to training, how has it been when it comes to training? Just explain to those kids out there who maybe is watching you on social media or who comes to a fight and say, man, I like that kid. That kid Bubba, man, he can fight. What would you tell them? What is your day like normally when you get inside the gym? So explain to us what's your daily routine is.
Well, everything I do at the gym is 120%. And if it's not, then there's no point of being there.
Y'all heard that? Say that again, Bubba. Say that again.
Everything I do at the gym is 120%, and if it's not worth being there.
Got you. So let me ask you this: what would you say the importance of boxing is? I see a lot of young kids come out of there and they go hard and strong when it comes to being offensive sounded, but they don't work on their defense. So in defense, when I came up was the first thing, because if you can't protect yourself, then it's you're gonna be a punching bag. We don't want to be punching bags. So what would you say your defense and your offense is? How do you normally work that?
Well,
Without don't give away too many of your tricks now. I don't want you to give away too many of your tricks now. All right.
Hand-eye coordination.
Hand-eye coordination.
Hand-eye coordination, definitely. Well, let me ask you this. I'm gonna get into a 3-part question, and I want to ask you, and it's been phenomenal because all these young prodigies like yourself, man. I've been talking to like Future, your boy Chris Simmons, Maserati, the Grandy twins. Man, you are some heavy cats, man. I mean, it's been blowing my mind when I listen to these interviews. I want to ask you a 3-part question. Who is your favorite boxers? The first one is, who's your favorite boxer when it comes to offense? Second is going to be, who's your favorite boxer when it comes to defense? And the third is going to be, who is your favorite boxer when it comes to ring generalship, his intelligence within the ring? So, with that said, Bubba, who's your favorite boxer when it comes to offensively inside the ring?
Well, my favorite boxer when it comes to offensive, it's got to be Lomachenko.
Wow, man, Vasily? Wow, really? Why Vasily?
His angles is everything, right?
Everything, yeah. He's deep, man. He's real sharp. He's real, and how calm and reserved he is inside the ring, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Defensively, who's your favorite boxer when it comes to defensive?
Sweet Pea.
Oh, your dad right there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Man, yo, hey. I tell people this, Bubba. They talk so much about Floyd and his defense. Floyd got a nice defense, man, but Sweet Pea, man, he'll stand in front of you, man. You literally throw a 100-punch combination, and you may hit him, you may grace him with one, and that's on the real. Man, that's good. All right, let me ask you about this. Ring generalship, when it comes to being smart in the ring, Bubba, who's your favorite boxer?
Well, I'm gonna go with Andre Ward.
Man, okay, Andre. So, for my listeners out there, the young man said his favorite 3 boxers when it comes to offense: first is Vasily Lomachenko, 2 is going to be Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, and 3 is going to be Andre SOG Ward. Wow. Okay. That's definitely great. So let me ask you this. Why I also got you on the phone, because they want to hear straight from your mouth. I got young men and women that's always coming to me every day in the gym, saying, I want to start boxing, this is what I want to go ahead and do. But I tell them, you have to be dedicated. Give those young men and women out there that want to be, great like yourself one day, or get up there and win these championships, what's their advice? What's your advice, I should say, Bubba? What do you want to tell them?
Stick with it.
Why is that?
Just stay doing it. Don't stop. Never give up.
Never give up. I like that. Yeah, you. Because if you give up, what happens?
You lose.
That's right. You lose, and you may never find out if you can do it or not, huh?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: has there ever been a time where are you undefeated? Huh?
No.
So how did you feel when you lost your fight? When you lost a fight, did it make you want to come back even harder, even stronger?
Definitely.
And then when you came back and you won those titles, those championships, that made you feel even better, right?
Yep, way better.
Way better. So young men and women, definitely go hard. Don't ever stop in any of your dreams and your goals and your aspects. Okay, I got a couple more questions for you, Bubba. You're doing great, man. What are your goals in the sport of boxing? Do you see yourself? Would you like to go to the Olympics one day, or even turn professional?
Well, my first goal is to go to college.
Oh wow. Okay.
Uh, and hopefully the Olympics.
Got you. What about turn professional one day? Do you think you ever see yourself win a world title?
Possibly.
Got you.
But college is my main focus.
Main focus. So let me ask you this then. I hear that. So being that you said that, school is no joke. Then that's probably first priority in your household, huh?
Yep.
So what happens when you what's your grade? What are your grades looking like in school right now?
B+.
Okay. What's your favorite subject?
Math.
So you good at math?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you're involved in basketball. Football. Well, do you play basketball too?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to let my listeners know, about you before you go ahead and you get off? Because I know it's late over there on the East Coast.
Well, school comes first. And without school, you can't get nowhere.
That's right. Well, hey, you know what? I got a son, man. He's 5, man, and hopefully, God's will, you will meet him, man, soon, man. He's coming up. His name is Diezyl Stokes. That's his real name. So I want him to meet you. I want him to, talk to you. I want him to take pictures with you one day, like he's gonna do it, Future and all them other, cats I've been talking to, man, because you have to be around greatness if you wanna be great yourself, man. I see you and your father have a great combination, man. So, young man, I want to tell you, Bubba, keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't ever stop. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna get hard during those days, man. But just remember, man. As long as you got your father in your corner, there's nothing that you can't do. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can't do, Bubba. So make sure that your dad is always gonna be there, man, no matter what, through rain, sleet, or snow. Okay, Bubba?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let me speak back to Pops.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Hey, man, beautiful kid, brother. I mean, one of the reasons why like I told all the other fathers I'm doing this is because I want to show that the presence of the dad in his kid's life, man. I mean, we don't get the fair end of the stick. I feel like a lot of times, man, and you have a lot of damn good fathers out there, man. I mean, like you said, Bubba's not your only child, man. So you taking care of your other kids, your other sons and stuff like that. So that's why I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, so that you can see that your father out there, Tuna, he's handling his business, man, and it just don't have to be his biological kids, because I'm pretty sure there's tons of other kids out there that need a father. Me myself, I'm a product of a single parent household. I didn't have my dad there, so my boxing coaches was there for me. So they were the ones that saved my life. So brother, I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate the time that you allow me to me and my listeners to have with you today, man, because your son, man, he's I feel like that anything he puts his mind to, he's gonna go ahead and do, because why? He's had a great role model in yourself, man. I mean, it's got to be us as fathers, man, to teach our kids, to be men. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And with me, I became a father at an early age, and so far we 4 for 4 with graduation of high school, and I just sent my daughter off to college. She just went to go move in college over the weekend. So, they're doing real well. Sometimes I have to pat myself on the back, because not that I need it, but I pride myself on taking care of my kids and being a great father and trying to be a good role model and making sure they don't step left and always step right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm totally on everything that you said. Got a couple more questions for you before we conclude, Big Tuna. What I want to know is those dads that are out there, man. that want to, hopefully, have their son, like your son, or even, their daughter, like I said before. Is there any advice that you would like to give them? Real strength advice, like, things that they should do and things that they definitely shouldn't do, in order just to, to watch them in the gym, to keep them in the gym, and things that's definitely not going to turn them off, because I see that a lot. There's a lot of dads is, hey, I want you need to do this or you need to do that, but then it's like they turn their kids off so bad where it's like the kid never even want to put on a pair of boxing gloves ever again.
Yeah, and the problem with that is you can't force anybody to do anything, and if you're living through your son instead of living for your son or daughter in that gym, that's a horrible thing. That, to me, that's child abuse. Yeah. And I've actually reprimanded a guy who he never fought, but his son was, decent, and he's living through his son, and then yelling at him, screaming at him for things he couldn't even accomplish. And I've actually argued with him, and he thanked me for that argument, because he was living through his kid instead of living for him. You can't force. Boxing's not for everybody. All sports are not for everybody. Mm-hmm. And it's a dangerous sport, and you got to take it serious. You cannot force it on anybody. So if they're not having fun, my son just turned 11 years old, and he's having the time of his life. He's been all over the country. We just got back from Ireland in April. He is having the time of his life. I've never seen somebody so happy, but he works extremely hard without any excuses. Like he said, he goes 120%. I believe he goes 200%. And my advice would be to people: don't push them into something they don't want to do. Right. They have their back with whatever they want to do, because they just want to look up and look, daddy, look, mommy, look what I can do, and whatever it is that that they're talented in.
No doubt. Hey, Tuna, one last thing before we conclude. How do you want your father and son team to be remembered in the sport of boxing? And the answer to that, I want to be remembered as like Dr. Roland Estrada and Jason Big Six Estrada. If you find out about them, Jason was one of the greatest heavyweight amateur boxers ever to put on a pair of gloves. He's the only heavyweight to win a Pan Am gold. Oh, not the only one. I think what's the other heavyweight that did it? Big Daddy there. Riddick Bowe?
Yeah, Riddick Bowe. Mm-hmm. I think he did it. But, Jason, and that's why I learned from a lot of my things from Jason Estrada and Dr. Roland Estrada, who they're family to me. And that's how I want to be remembered. Got you.
Those people, that would like to follow this Father and Son duo, how do they follow you on social media, or how do they get in contact with you, Tuna?
On Facebook, we're at Bubba Shelton. On YouTube, you can Google Bubba Shelton. And that's basically it. All the same social media is everything. Just Bubba Shelton. If you Google Bubba Shelton, you're going to get about 15 or 20 pages of things and videos and things that he's done over the years since he started, in sports. Because I try to record all of the things since he started doing extraordinary things. I try to record all of this stuff and share it with the world. Mm-hmm. So you Google Bubba Shelton, or Facebook Bubba Shelton, or Instagram Bubba the Kid with 2 D's. That's where you can find us.
Okay. Hey, everybody, this recording will be up within a few days. Go check it out. Support this dynamic duo. Like I said before, man, I got much love for them. And also, I am a product of Region 1, so this is my old region from back on the East Coast. So, I even got more love for this father and son duo, because this is why I used to represent back in the day when I used to go to the Nationals. So, Tuna, it was a pleasure, man. I'm looking forward to, just building and maintaining, friendship, relationship when it comes to you, man, when it comes to the boxing scene and anything else, man. And, thank you for letting me have this time with your son, man. And expose him to the world when it comes to what he got going on, man, because he has big, great things coming on, and I feel like a lot of times these kids they work so hard, man, but then like I told you before, when they get on a mic, man, or when they start talking, you realize like, damn, they really kids, they really kids. Yeah. So everything that we see on on social media, you know, it's like, gosh, you know, I mean, they fight like a grown man, but then when you hear them, it's like, man, they kids. So, you know, y'all remember that, man. You know, it's all about pressure, you know, and these kids are doing things that other people can't, but just always remember, you know, they living their lives too, because they building kids at the end of the day. So let's not turn them off, all right? Well, hey, this is Coach Stokes, from the ring to the concrete. This is interview number 5, you know, with Nasaiah, Bubba Shelton, and his dad, Tuna Shelton. So I'm going to talk to you guys later, all right?
All right, thanks, man.
Not a problem. Take care, baby.
All right.
Peace.
Sending Cassius Clay, I'ma make sure you remember my name. You gon' 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 remember my name. Just Roy Jones Jr. and Sugar Ray. I'ma make sure you remember my name. You gon' remember my name. Remember my name. You gon' remember my name. You gon' remember my name.
This is history in the making. Raw Sports Boxing, reppin' Big Star. We got Coach Stokes, Sammy the Bull Mayhem, Headbangers Boxing, Darkside Damien, Abdullah Hurricane, Noah the Bullet, Amir Boo Banger, Mouth Entertainment, and we can't forget Cousin Larry T for connecting them dots.
You gon' remember
Raw Sports Boxing.
Say remember my name. Remember my name. Big Star, remember my name. Remember my name. You gon' remember my name.